Good afternoon, IME BECAS, HACEMOS Scholarship Committee. My name is America Resendiz, and I am a current graduate student at the University of Texas at Arlington. I am currently in my Master's of Political Science program, where I also currently hold a graduate certificate in Mexican American Studies. However, I do plan on wrapping up soon. I expect to graduate by the end of this upcoming fall semester. In terms of my academic background, I also obtained a bachelor's in political science from UTA with a double minor in business administration and Mexican American studies. In terms of my interests, I love DFW sports, but for my academic interest, I love Latino politics, especially with an emphasis on my research interests of Latino representation and topics of gender and feminism within the Latino community. In terms of my career goals, I hope to translate my passions for my community and engagement into a career in public service or government relations, which aligns perfectly with my experience as I currently work at the city manager's office for the city of Burleson. And it has been a great opportunity for me to be hands on and learn about how a city works. In terms of impact, I have been a member and officer of the Association of Mexican American Students at my campus for the past 4 years. I have served as both the president and treasurer within those years, and it has been a very meaningful experience for me because I actually initiated the organization after it disappeared from campus because of COVID. So it had nearly 2 years of inactivity, and I was able to bring it back to our campus through recruiting students and managing to get campus wide recognition by meeting all of the requirements to be recognized. And this is something that means a lot to me in terms of serving my community because the association is a way to connect students to a network of other students that have the same interests or going through the same things, but also connecting them to resources on campus, whether that be departments, scholarships, internships, so on, and also to have a fun time and interact with one another. One of my proudest moments within my roles was actually serving as a treasurer and being in the back end to budget and plan a trip of 6 students to the annual conference of the Texas Association of Chicanos in Higher Education, where 6 students got to travel down to San Antonio to attend the conference. So serving my community has meant serving my university. I have also volunteered numerous hours at the Center for Mexican American Studies at my campus, where I have obtained my graduate certificate and minor. And this volunteering earned me the position of a student ambassador, where I was able to go into colleges such as TCC and high schools and inform students of the center and the resources that it offers to our students at UTA. In terms of achievements, extracurriculars, and community involvement, like I said, I have served for the Association of Mexican American Students, but I have also served as president of other organizations. I have been the president of Pi Sigma Alpha, which is a political science honor society, and the president of the Society of Political Affairs, and both of these organizations were meant to serve political science students. I completed a predoctoral program at the University of Southern California 2 years ago, where I got to learn more about pursuing a PhD. And most importantly, just recently, I completed a certificate from El Colegio de Mexico, where I was accepted into their international summer program, where I got to go and spend 5 weeks in Mexico City, not just being immersive in the city, but also taking classes from professors at the college. Aside from my achievements in my programs, I have also obtained a lot of achievements in terms of awards. Most recently, I am currently a Pat Brandenburg Scholar at UTA and an Edge Scholar as well. And I also received the Newey Scruggs Student Enrichment Award. And in terms of community involvement at UTA, like I mentioned, I have served as a student ambassador, but I also have served as a teaching assistant and a research assistant. As a teaching assistant, I would assist a political science professor with classes in Latino politics. In terms of my financial need, I am not dependent on my parents. Although I live with them, I provide for all of my expenses, including my tuition and fees. Of course, if I don't receive the scholarship, I would have some trouble covering some of my expenses at school, which would force me to put in some extra hours at work. And of course, putting in those extra hours sometimes deprives me of having time to work on school work and studying, or even applying for programs. In terms of my future plans, and how the scholarship will support me, like I mentioned, it will take off a financial burden from taking on hours, and I would be translating over these hours into focusing on applying in this application cycle for the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Postgraduate Fellowship, where if accepted, I would get the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. for 9 months as a fellow after completing my master's. I thank you for your time and your consideration, and I hope to hear back soon. Thank you.